What's up, everyone? Mikey here, and
Me.
you. Um, where do we start?
Well, it's been a while since we filmed, I think.
Yeah, it's up a while. Because the heater is on.
Do you want me to turn it off?
No.
Well, it's been a while since we filmed or did like an update, like a update about the babies, and I'm home today, so.
We got some sad news. Trouble passed away.
Why are you smiling?
I don't know.
You're smiling.
It's a cult making this one. No, but
We
no,
lost
because,
trouble.
and she had to have surgery, because she dislocated her leg,
Her left hind leg.
and
She got it caught in something in the cage, and
yeah,
she panicked. And she didn't see, ferrets don't see very well to begin with, but she had cataracts in both eyes, so she really couldn't see. And she panicked and she pulled on it and she dislocated it. When we rushed her to the ER that night, I was at work when it happened. I couldn't leave work because I had already left work quite a few times for one of them, and I couldn't do it again. So we basically had to wait until I got home. I felt awful about it. I still feel terrible about that. So we rushed her to the ER and the vet, and we were there until about 2 o'clock in the morning.
about that.
And I got off at 7, and we were there until 2 o'clock in the morning. It was horrible.
So the doctor said, "Oh, we could do it." There was some bullshit happening.
Yeah, there was the process from the time that she had the injury to when she actually passed away. There's a bit of a time gap there because she had the injury, but she didn't actually pass away until a couple weeks later because she couldn't sit still for the x-ray that night. And of course we would go there on the night where there was just hordes of people coming in for whatever reason.
They wanted to give her what?
A CT scan.
We said no because they wasn't sure if they would get anything.
Well, wait, you're skipping ahead because we took her home that night, and
They don't really need to know all.
I know, but there's details there that are just, I guess, important to the overall story. So we took her home that night, and we were basically just told, let her rest on it. Don't have her be playing around or anything. Don't let her play with Forky. Then she had to go back and get a sedated x-ray. And this is the thing that people will tell you about ferrets, is that they're expensive, and they can be expensive unexpectedly, which I think I said in the last ferret video that we had. So this whole process with her, it took a big chunk out of our savings. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but if you're thinking about getting a ferret, or if you already have ferrets, just be aware they can get hurt very, very easily. They're super tiny. They might have really spongy spines, but they can break limbs very easily. They can dislocate limbs, and you have to be prepared basically for surgery or scans.
Yeah, if you're prepared, then you're all right.
It's shocking though. Like when they first tell you, like, you know, this surgery is gonna be this amount of money, and you're taken back. You're like, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, our vets are pretty accommodating and having like a payment plan and everything. I was upset about that, and then I was okay with that. And finally, all of it leaded up to us making the decision to go ahead and amputate that limb. They as it turns out, actually, they don't do badly as tripod animals. The vet assured me that, it would be okay. She would go on with her life.
It's the better decision for.
It was the best decision. But going back to that CT scan, I got a call the day before the surgery saying that they were looking at her X-ray. They had already had a radiologist look at the X-ray, and he didn't see anything abnormal that could complicate the surgery. The vet thought maybe she saw something, she wasn't 100% sure. They wanted us to do a CT scan, which was another crazy amount of money. And I beat myself up for that now, but I said no because it was already quite a lot for us with the surgery.
The CT scan was what?
It would have been a little over $1,000.
Yeah,
And the surgery was more. So just to give you guys an idea about how much all of this amounted to.
It would have been over 4.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing culminated to almost 4, I think.
Yeah.
But I kind of beat myself about it, but I said no to the CT. She went in for the surgery, and I'm gonna start crying now because every time I think back to that day.
She didn't do well under anesthesia. They said that she would have done good, but something happened and it didn't go well, which it happens a lot. I know that's
especially with sickly
sad
ferrets.
to say.
It happens a lot when your ferret is already kind of sickly, and I'm tearing up now because I hate thinking back to that morning. But
they say that about humans.
yeah,
They told my dad I probably wouldn't make it, but I mean,
or live past 5 or 6.
yeah. So I know we didn't do a video sooner because
That was last month, and we're still.
It was definitely hard.
And I was at work when all that happened.
Yeah.
I still had to work. I couldn't leave work. I was alone with the people that I take care of at work. I couldn't leave, and so I had to basically just pull through with the rest of the day. And it was horrible.
It was hard.
We had to let her go, and it was really rough, especially for Forky.
Yeah, Forky kind of knew, but as I made it my goal to be with Forky as much as I can. I played with him 24/7, and
Well, you already did play with him 24/7, but he needed a lot of extra attention. That was his little cage mate. That was his buddy. He missed her a lot.
So
He had a really rough time with it. We had a rough time with it, but he especially, I think, he didn't understand.
yeah, he didn't know.
I mean, ferrets, they understand more than you think. Like,
Yeah. So a month went by.
it's been about a month.
Yeah, and this is the funny part. What was it? 2 weeks ago.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We were talking about getting another ferret. We was talking about why don't we get this stuff now, like the cage, the
It would have been a
little-
temporary cage.
Yeah,
Because you have to quarantine them for 2 weeks if you get another one.
yeah. So we was like, why don't we do that now? And I wanted to get a new toy for Forky because he's been the best boy. So we decided to go to Petco, right?
Yeah, we went to Petco. And then we left with a baby.
We were looking at the stuff, and your mind starts wandering like, oh, let's just look at the babies. And we saw one.
And she was the only one.
She was the only one.
Well, I don't want to make this sound like Trouble passed away and then we just replaced her. I mean, we weren't even going to get another one for a few months, but it was becoming clear he was getting super depressed.
Yeah,
and he was not really himself. He wouldn't really play as much. And we knew even if we got another baby, he would have to wait a little bit longer, but at least he could see that there was another one there.
You can never replace an animal.
It wasn't so much for us as much as it was for him. I would go as far as to say.
And we want to introduce you to her. So we're going to pause this video right now. And we're going to get the cute little baby girl. So her name is Misty Rose.
Misty Wednesday.
Misty Wednesday Rose. So she's so little. Want to show her how little?
She was a lot smaller when we first got her.
She's a baby. The thing was, when we got her, we think she was about 10 weeks old.
She was 10 weeks. She was tiny.
She was so tiny, and she's already getting big. A lot of people don't know when you do get a ferret, especially a baby one, they bite. So
that's why you see a lot of rehoming ads out there, like, oh, she's a baby, but I didn't expect that they would be this bitey. Like, it's a baby. What do you expect? Like, well, don't do that.
She loves it. And now she's starting to kiss.
Yeah, now it's playtime.
Yep. And our first checkup is coming soon.
Well, I have to make the appointment, but it shouldn't be that long.
No. So,
Nice baby.
like,
I mean, she'll never replace Trouble. Like, any pet that you get, it would never replace your previous one. And I want to do, like, a little memorial, like, shadow box for her. Like, they did little cast prints of her paws. Do you want to show them? And when I had to pick her up, they showed me that, and I just lost it at the vet. I mean, don't drop it.
Almost on myself. Well.
Yeah, vets will sometimes do this when you lose a pet. They'll cast their little prints, her little velociraptor paws.
Yeah. We loved
my baby.
Like I said, you can't.
We didn't have much time with her, but I think what time that we did have with her,
We gave her the best life.
I'd like to think that we did.
We did.
She's in my hair somewhere. That's her in my hair.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Misty. Ow.
So.
I can't move. Help me. I can't move.
Misty. Come here. Come here, baby girl.
And she like fell asleep on you the first night that we had her.
Yep. And she definitely a toe biter.
Yeah, she likes the toes. She likes the face. She would bite your nose and your lips and your face.
Yeah. But that what happens when you get a baby. They bite.
If you train them and you have to, it's like light discipline when you do it. You know, you have to scruff them. You say no, 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 and they learn. I mean, we haven't had her for very long, and she already doesn't really do it for the most part anymore. We need to clip her nails, but
She was so little that her umbilical cord was still attached.
yeah, well, I think she was too small.
She just nibbles now. She doesn't really bite. But, yeah, she's a part of cerebral palsy now. So, yeah.
Yeah, she needs her nails clipped.
So,
I am happy with her, I promise. I sound sad right now because I get really sad whenever we talk about trouble.
yeah. Like I said, you can't replace an animal. We just
Your head's getting cut off.
we just fell in love with this baby girl when we saw her.
If she poops on you, I'm not helping you.
Now you're making me paranoid.
I'm not helping you. I can't help
So,
you. Yay! Does she want to go for rides? She tickles. Wait, move your head. Misty.
what you doing?
Wait, move your head again. No, I don't think it's gonna do it again.
What you doing, baby girl?
Just gonna move to your butt. Misty.
So yeah, there you go. Misty Rose, Misty Wednesday Rose. I hope you guys like her.
Well, Wednesday was my middle name choice. Rose was his, so we hyphenated.
You got uncles that love you, Misty, like Uncle Mike and Uncle Outlaw. So
Help
we're
me.
gonna put her back so she can eat. And yeah, more videos with her and Flicky will be coming up.
We can do like ferret care questions, maybe, or like common ferret care.
Yeah. So more videos are coming.
She likes this.
I'm sorry for lack of videos, but it's time to grief. So hope you guys like this video. Like I always say, never give up and never surrender. And give loyalty and respect to everyone, especially your beautiful self.